at integration by substitution. Okay, we also call it change of variable, integration using change of variable. In this exercise, the variable to use has been given. The variable to change or to substitute has been given. And we have this integral, we have what to use as substitutions, then it goes on like that. So without wasting time, we'll dive into the solution. Okay? And I'm going to use the question to explain what is the integration by substitution. Okay? So we have this. So go back to what you are told to use. You are told to use u equals what? 1 plus what? 1 plus x. So what they are telling you is that change the variable. Okay? Then after that, you integrate. So this u you are given is a function of what? It's a function of x. Then you can get the u, the x. And that will be equal to what? 1. And this is equal to what? This place is equal to the u is equal to what? Is equal to the x. Okay? So from here also, we can also make the x the subject. And that will be what? X is equal to what? U minus 1. So anywhere you see this, you plug in u minus 1. So let's now go back to the equation and begin to substitute. So we're going to have integral x is what? U minus 1. Then this one will be u to power half. Remove this radical. Okay? Then the x is what? Is equal to the u. So we can see we have changed the variables using substitution method. We can do the expansion, and that way this one times this one, that's a u to 3 to power 3 over 2 minus what? Minus u to power half the u. Then begin to integrate that expression, and that will be what? U 3 over 2 plus 1, which is what? Which is a 5 over 2 all over 5 over 2. Then minus u half plus 1, which is a 3 over 2. So we divide by 3 over 2, and then plus what? Plus c. So there's a 1 here. So 1 over a fraction. Flip this upside down, and that will be 2 over 5 u 5 over 2. And then minus, same thing also here, u 3 over 2 plus c. So we are done with this question. So the next thing you do, because u is not the original question, so we have to return the function back. And that will be equal to what? 2 over 5. U is what? Check the expression. We have u as what? 1 plus x. 1 plus x to power 5 over 2. Then minus 2 over 3 to power what? 1 plus x. 3 over to power 3 over 2 plus c. The b part. So we are told to use u equal to what? 1 plus x. So let's get the u dx. So the u dx is what? Is minus what? Minus 1. So, and this implies what? This implies the u is equal to what? Dx. So minus the u is equal to dx. And here you can make the x as a subject. 1 minus u. Move this minus to the other side. Then you have 1, move this u to the other side. Then substitute your values. Your x is what? 1 minus u all over. Yeah, this one will be what? U. But 1 plus x is what? Is u to power what? 1 over 2. Then this one, the x is what? The x is minus the u. So the minus can come outside. So this implies minus integral. This implies 1 over u to power half minus u, which is to power 1 over what? U to power half the u. Okay? So we now have the minus integral. This will give us what? U exponent minus half. Then this, you can use that. This is for this one. So 1 minus half. That's what? That's minus u what? U to power what? U to power half. Okay? 1 minus half is half. Okay, close it, then the u. And don't forget your minus outside, which is here. So we now have minus integral of this 1, so which is what? U minus half plus 1. Okay, minus half plus 1 is half over 1 over 2. Okay, then minus u, this is half plus 1. Half plus 1, although that's 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Close that, then plus c. So we now have minus into brackets. This one will be what? Minus half plus 1. Minus half plus 1, that's u half. So this 1 over 2 here, there's 1 here, so it becomes 2. Then minus 1 over 2 plus 1, that's u to the power 3 over 2. And there's 1 here, so inverse of this will be 2 over 3 plus c. So allow this minus 2 comes in, so that will be minus 2. Then my u is what? I have a value for u. U is 1 minus x. 1 minus x to power half. Then minus times minus, that's a plus. That's a 2 over 3 times 1 minus x to power 3 over 2 plus c. The c part, u is equal to sin x. For this question, u is sin x. So we can get the u, the x, which is equal to what? Cos x. This is equal to the u is equal to what? Cos x dx. We can make the x the subjects. We can make this one the subjects, and that will be the u over what? Over cos. The integral will now become 1 plus u all over cos x. My dx is the u over cos x. So I will now have integral of 1 plus u all over cos squared x du. And don't forget, this will be 1 plus u all over, this one is what? This cos square x is equal to 1 minus sine square x. Okay? And that's equal to 1 minus u squared. So, and that will give me 1 minus u squared du. So 1 minus u squared is equal to 1 minus u times 1 plus u. It's a difference of 2 squared. So I will now have integral of 1 plus u all over 1 minus u times 1 plus u du. So 1 plus u we cancel. So I have integral of 1 over 1 minus u du. And this will give us what? This will give us ln 1 minus u plus c. And don't forget, there is this is 1 minus, the derivative of 1 minus u respect to u is negative 1. So this place times what? This place times minus. Okay? So the answer is what? Minus ln 1 minus u plus what? Plus c. So what I need to do now is just to return the u back. U is equal to what? Sin x. U is equal to sin x. So that will be minus ln 1 minus sin x plus c. And that finished that question. The d part. For the d part, we have this question: integral of x times 3 plus 2x all to the power 5. Then we are told to use this u equal to 3 plus 2x for the substitution. So we start from there. That will be the u, the x. Then the u is equal to 2 the x. The x is equal to the u over 2. Here, u minus 3 over 2 is equal to what? Is equal to x. U minus 3 over 2 to the power 5, then times the u over 2. So and that will give us 2 times 2, that's 4. So we can take it outside the integration, that's 4. Then we have u to the power 5 times u, that's the u to the power 6. Then this one times this one, that's minus 3 u 5 du. So we now have 1 over 4. Integral of this one will give us this. Then this one will be 3 u to the power 6, 5 plus 1 over 6, then plus what? Plus c. Open your brackets. So that's 1 over 4 times 7. 1 over 4 times 1 over 7, that's 1 over 28 u7. Then this one, 3a1, 3a2, that's 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 times 1 over 4, that's 1 over 8 minus 1 over 8 u6 plus c. So let's return the u back. U is equal to what? 1 over 28. My u is what? 3 plus 2x plus 7.
minus 1 over 8 times 3 plus 2x power 6 plus c.
Yeah, the e parts. We have the integral of sine to power 3x, the x, and we are trying to use this substitution. So we can just start the u, the x is equal to what? Minus sine x. Okay, so the u is equal to what? Minus sine x dx. We can make this one the subjects, so that will be equal to what? That will be equal to minus the u over sine what? Over sine x. Yeah. Then we now do something. This one implies sine square x times what? Times sine x. Okay, dx. Okay, and don't forget sine square x is equal to what? 1 minus what? Cos square x. Okay, so our question now will now become 1 minus cos square x, 1 minus cos square x times sine x. This is sine square x, and then the x is what? The x is minus the u over sine x. So this and this will cancel. So I will now have 1 minus my cos square x is what? This one is u, that's u squared, and then minus can come outside u. Then we now have, you can do your integration, that will go to minus open brackets, integral of this respect to u, that's u, then minus this one plus 1 with the power over 3 over 3, then plus what? Plus c. Now the minus comes in, that will be minus u, okay, that's minus u, and your u is what? Your u is like cos x, so minus that cos x. Minus is minus, that's plus, u is what? So that will be cos q x over 3 plus c. At this point, if you're already subscribed, okay, please share the links of this video on your social media platform, share to your friends and family. And if you are new on this channel, please click on the video and subscribe. Click on the video and subscribe so that you can keep track of the update of this channel. Click on notify bell so that you can get notified anytime there's a new update. Okay, send your comments, click on like button, and finally share the links of this video on all your social media platform. Thank you for doing that. So please join the question 2 on integration by substitution. Join question 2.